welcome back to Durian ASEAN. This is Arlene.
And this is Gowri.
And you're listening to our ABC dialogue or ASEAN Breakfast Call dialogue. Today we have a guest here. So Gowri, who's our guest?
Yeah, she's actually a fitness expert from University of Malaya. She's a consultant lecturer, and she was also the lecturer for the United States Sports Academy, International Sports Academy, and the American Council of Exercise.
Oh, that's a very heavy job, I guess.
Oh, and there's more. She's also an exercise physiologist, a nutritionist, celebrity trainer, and a motivational speaker as well.
Wow. So how do you balance that and also be a fitness person?
Yeah, it's quite an impressive portfolio there.
Okay, hi, good morning, Arlene and Gowri.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me here, and of course to all those watching and listening as well. Right. Well, I mean, it all started actually from something that happened to me a while ago. I was obese, believe it or not.
We don't believe it.
Well,
you look really good.
You did send me some pictures, I guess.
Okay. I mean, okay, right now I'm about 48 kilograms, okay, with my height of about 1.52 meters. Okay, I used to be double of that, up to about 89, 90 kilograms. So that's almost, about 40 odd kilos more than now. So that's really heavy. And of course, being obese is one of the things that actually, gives you lots of things,
When
in
was
return.
that?
Oh, that was a couple of years back.
Just a couple of years.
Yeah.
I thought you wanted to say
No, a couple of years back.
Right?
No.
I thought you wanted to say when I was in high school.
No. Okay, so the thing is that, okay, what comes with obesity is, of course, I felt low in self-confidence, and then I've got like people calling me names. Not only that, the health deteriorated, and the knees sort of gave way, and I was trying all sorts of things that really didn't work very well. I was on diets.
For example, what kind of like weird diets you have gone through?
Oh, okay, you name it. I've done it all.
Atkins diet?
Yeah, I've done many. I've done most of them. Okay, and then I think one of the most bizarre ones was this. I was thinking like, okay, vitamin C is good for you, so I'm getting on an orange juice a day diet, and that's all because I was always counting my calories. I was weighing my food, and I was so afraid of everything. But the tragic part of it was the fact that I love to eat. And it made me more depressed because, whenever we go out, when we are Asians, whenever we go out, we meet, we eat, right? I mean, you don't go and tell your friends, hey, hi, I want to, let's go out and play badminton.
I want to drink orange juice.
Right? That's it, right? And also, like, if I want to date you out or something, I don't go and tell you and, hey, look, let's go for a jog or something, right? So we'll just, end up in a fast food restaurant, having food and all that, socially, So the thing is that, and it made me depressed because I couldn't eat all my favorite food. And at the end of it, number one, I had knee replacement surgery because I was doing the exercises wrongly. And then number two, I was not eating well, so I fell sick all the time. Immunity gets very low, And then the thing is that I was so miserable. Everything is about, avoiding the mirrors and all those kind of things. And every time I couldn't fit into any clothes and all that, I would feel really, really down. And I avoided to meet all my friends and all that. So that was really a tough time in my life, And then, you want to hear a story? This is the best of it all.
Of course.
But really not the best for me though. Okay. Okay, at that point of time, I think I was trying to work so hard. I went to a gym, did some aerobics and all that. And then being obese, I was so clumsy. Initially, I started, right in front of the class following and all that, right? The instructor. But then halfway through, I was dropping out because I couldn't follow up, couldn't coordinate very well. And then there was this guy, with buff, good-looking guy, actually. He was kind of a trainer in the gym or something, So he was telling me, oh, hey, Didi, tuck in your shirt. And I was like thinking, oh my gosh, he's talking about my tummy, and that really kept me down. I was like 3 days down. I was crying and all that. But somehow, that was the one that actually gave me a slap to my face.
Okay.
And my dad was telling me, go and do something about it. You don't have to cry and not do something about it, right? So that was when I decided. I said, I'm going to learn everything that I want to know about exercise, about real good food, how to eat well and all that, and still look good and be happy. So I said, okay, I'm going to study sports science and sports management. Yeah, so I went overseas to Australia. I did my degrees there, and then I went to Singapore to do my postgraduate. Okay, and I did a research on overweight women in Singapore. And then after that, I took all the instructors' courses, whatever you have it, name it, And then at the same time, I'm a nutritionist right now. I'm an exercise physiologist. So, I put myself on all those things. I'm basically the guinea pig,
Okay.
I'm interested in your research when you say that you did a research on
overweight women.
Singaporean women.
Yeah,
so what was your finding?
Okay, I did a 3-day, twice weekly exercise with, brisk walking. At that point of time, there was a lot like brisk walking is good for you. But then I'm thinking how do you walk? How do you brisk walk? Do you walk like you're going to the market kind of walk? Do you lose weight that way? Or do you walk very, very fast until you're breathless? Or isn't that almost coming to jogging or something? So I put them on those kind of exercises, the brisk walking thing, the techniques and all that. And then there was some resistance exercise with the dumbbells and everything. And then for about 3 times a week for about 6 months. And they actually, they started off with very unstable blood glucose level in the blood, and then after that high cholesterol and everything. And they drop in weight, in kilograms fat weight, okay, because they went through a scan, okay, and then we found out the findings was that the fat weight went down, very good percentage drop, and then after that cholesterol level drop, blood pressure stabilized, okay, and then initially when we were taking blood lipid analysis, the test, we're taking the blood samples, right? Would you believe it? We were taking it out of the syringe, right? And the needle, and then basically half of the tube was filled with yellowish things that you actually see, kind of like chicken fatty, and that's all you see for the half of the, when you're taking their blood. That was how bad it was, So the fatty things are in the blood and all that, So at the end of 6 months, they actually went down to normal. And a follow up to that. Okay, I think quite recently I actually conducted a Fat to Fit reality TV program in Malaysia. Yeah, and then there was about 6 obese women, and they were as high as 142 kilograms. Okay, and then in about 3 months they actually lost about 25 kilograms.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, and that's huge. They actually dropped many sizes down. And right now, okay, we have like a Fat to Fit reality TV program, a Fat to Fit reality program in Singapore, 2 versions of it already. And I think the highest weight loss so far was 27 kilograms, beating the Malaysian one by 1 kilo. Yeah, so it's huge. They started off very big, and then right now they're almost like unrecognizable, beautiful, healthy, and only real good food. Okay. No shortcuts and things that really, really works.
But why do you think today's society are fat? Okay,
I know the F word, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The F word is really
that makes your job more relevant, right?
Right. Okay, apart from being the guinea pig and then now researching and all that, in University of Malaya, I'm doing researches and all that on obesity. Okay, my current research is actually on music and movements, basically like how music, helps one to actually, exercise optimally. Maximize their performance and exercise so that they can lose weight and all that, So why we Malaysians are fat? All right. Actually, very easy. Yeah.
You're not Malaysian though.
Ouch. I am going to be soon.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Ouch. Okay. Okay. Why? Okay. We Malaysians, we the fattest country in Southeast Asia. We are the 6th fattest in Asia.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that really gives us the trophy. So that's quite worrying, actually, right?
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah.
The one that you mentioned.
Yeah.
The fattest.
In
Southeast Asia.
Yeah, we are the fattest. That's not one of the trophies we want, right? Yeah, okay. And honestly speaking, why? Because, number one, the main thing, because of the obesogenic environment. It's an environment that actually promotes you to eat unhealthily, promotes you to live unhealthily, and that's why we are unhealthy. And that's why it translates to excess fats, not obesity is basically excess fats that increases your risk of diabetes, heart-related diseases, and all that. So okay, let's talk about the obesogenic environment. What's that basically? Okay, number one is our built environment. Okay, look at how the life we're living right now. Our social environment. Okay, let's talk about built environment first. Okay, everything is so convenient. Okay, answer me this question. Okay, okay, when we're talking about escalators and lifts, right? It's always being used. Now, if you just check your stairwell. Is it very dirty? Nobody uses it, always locked, and it's only used for emergency purposes when there's a fire, perhaps. Yeah. So and sometimes they're being used for people who smokes, right? That's all. That's all. Most of the time that is right. That's one. Okay, that's your environment there. And then again, okay, what about where do you eat? How do you eat? All right, everything is so fast, okay, and you upsize everything, and of course you upsize your body weight as well, so you upsize your body fats too, everything is westernization of the eating habits. I mean, I can't say that it's only the burgers and all that, all right, but again, we Asians have very, very rich food. Right, everything is the santan, the coconut, right?
Yeah.
And
But it was relevant at the society in the past, isn't it? Because they have to do hard labor. I mean, to get flour, they have to actually grind the rice or grind the wheat.
Yeah. So everything is all pre-packaged for us.
Yeah.
We just go to the market and pick our fruits there. Yeah, to the supermarket. And then, in the niceness of air conditioned, and then we just pick our fruits, our vegetables, Whereas in the past, what do? All right, we actually go out and plant things, and then after we get it out from our gardens and all that. So basically, I think it's the environment we live in. Everything is just at the press of a finger. Perhaps if you want to cook something, you want to last time we used to have the batu giling, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it?
Right, and that's also physical activity, hard ones, right? But now
you have the blender.
you have the blender. But really, I use the batu giling actually as a kind of teaching housewives, okay, or all those people who's at home cooking and all that, okay, instead of cooking with the blender, use your batu giling, and you can build your resistance, your strength.
You can make really nice sambal.
And it tastes really, really good, right? Yeah, you see, so again, like everything is to the point of the finger, and then again, what are we doing right now? Are we sitting a lot nowadays? It's so convenient. It's so comfortable. Our chairs are so comfortable right now. Oh gosh, our beds are so comfortable right now. So basically, yeah. And I have a fitness DVD. I'm telling people, whenever like a fitness DVD. Oh yeah, fitness. Yeah. That means we have to move. People would say, no, you can just do your crabs, your abs. Crunches and all those kind of things on your bed. Make sure that it's firm bed. Firm mattress and all that, so you can actually do physical activity anywhere you are, even right now, right? Okay.
So what do you learn in sport science when you started off? I mean, my idea of sport science is like usually people it would be those trainers that actually train athletes to build up their physical capacity to
to work on their stamina and all that. So.
But I believe it should be more than that. So maybe you can explain more.
Okay, sports science. Whenever we talk about sports science and all that, we always think about athletes, right? But actually, sports science is the study of science for human movements and all that. Not sports science, and then also sports management are related studies that actually promotes like activities like that. Yeah. Okay. So basically, at the basis, the basic of it all, you need sports science for normal everyday people to build them to be healthy, and at the same time, once they're healthy and then they're fitter, then once they're fitter, they go to the next level. So that means it's a continuum of health, to fitness, to performance. So basically you need to be healthy first, and then after that you get fitter, and then after that you go to the performance level, which are the athletes, right? So if you are an athlete and then you're obese, I'm sure your stamina or your performance would suffer. right? So you need to have the stamina. And again, if you have the stamina, but then you're not eating well, and then you frequently always fall sick, fall ill, then it's your health. So basically performance needs all of those spectrum. So sports science is the basic study for all these things. So for health, for fitness, and then for performance. So basically, I think again, according to the Malaysian study, on health and morbidity and mortality study of health, right? In Malaysia, I mean, obesity is up, and then again, physical activity is not so popular. Yeah, there's only about 6 people exercising out of 10 in Malaysia. So I think the government, are trying to do lots of things actually to promote community fitness. I guess what we are trying to do is actually garner the whole of the community to do something together. Again, you try to promote individuals to do exercise or look after their health, but then from the individuals, it goes to the group, it goes to the community. But again, if you garner the whole community to exercise together, it will trickle down to the group and then to the individual. So whichever way, it goes both ways.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
What is the difference between being healthy and being fit? Do they mean the same thing, or is there a line there?
Okay, health is actually everything. It's only health is not just the absence of diseases. That means you're not sick. No, health is not just not sick. Health is everything. It's about your psychological health. Right? How positive you feel. It's about your emotional health. It's about your physical health. Of course, it's not, is being, it's not falling sick, be in your pink of health, they call it. Pink is a very friendly color. I'm always wearing pink.
Oh, no, you shouldn't have said that.
Okay, now everybody knows you're wearing pink. Okay. Okay, so it's actually all in all, health is every single thing, every aspects of it, and then fitness, of course. Once you're fit and all that, and then fitness comes with all the training, like with good food. Okay, when I say good food, is healthy, balanced diet.
Not your roti canai.
Okay, actually, right? I mean, lots of people, yesterday I was interviewing, University of Malaya is picking up on the Fat to Fit craze, First we have the Fat to Fit reality TV Malaysia, and then we have the Fat to Fit Singapore, and then now University of Malaya is picking it up as Fat to Fit University of Malaya. So yesterday I was, the panelists, one of the panelists that actually did the selection audition process, and the first thing, that was being told to us, we're asking them, hey, tell us about what you're doing, about trying to lose weight and all that. Okay, they're obese, they come in obese and all that. They say, oh yeah, we are trying to lose our weight, by looking after our food. No, I've not eaten rice. And then I say, oh my.
Rice is one of the best things.
Yeah.
Especially in Asian cooking, you need.
Oh yes,
a lot of rice.
That is our staple diet, And I said, what's so wrong about rice? It's the kawan rice that we have to look after. Is the friends of the rice, the dishes and all that. It's not the rice. I mean, come on, you think about it. It's just a bowl of rice. Okay, wholemeal rice. I mean, preferable, of course. But of course, nowadays, if you go to the shop and all that, you have like plain white rice, refined rice. But still, okay, it's only about 80 to 100 calories. That's it, But then if you add on the dishes and all that, if it's so rich in, your coconut, or so rich in oil or deep fried or something, that can come up to about like 400, 500, 600 calories and all that, we're talking about nasi biryani, right? Okay, nasi biryani. I always say, you brani to eat nasi biryani? Okay, but again, yes, there's nothing wrong with eating nasi biryani. But again, we must be conscious of what we eat, right? Okay, on an average, nasi biryani will cost about 897 calories, perhaps. Okay, so maybe 3 scoops of ice cream, maybe chocolate ice creams with all the sprinkles, yum, might come up to about the same calories. So again, right, Epo perhaps, right, will come out to about 300, 400 calories or something. Isn't it better for you to just, eat your rice? 100 calories, plus a little bit of maybe your proteins, perhaps, from your, hard-boiled egg, or maybe your lean protein from your, say, maybe your chicken, without the skin, of course. I know that's the best part, but that's quite, the naughty part, yeah.
But does it also depend on how much rice you take? Because I think generally, like Chinese people, they control their intake of rice
Yeah, I
through
love
the
Chinese
rice
people.
bowl. Yeah. But whereas Indians, if you come to my house and you take that much of rice, my dad will kill you. He's like, "What are you doing?
I mean,
you
even
need to
if you
eat
go to
5
Indian
times more."
Yes,
Even
yeah.
if you go to Indian restaurant,
Yeah.
rice to them, rice is like you can ask as many
Ex-
rice as
exactly,
possible.
as
They are
much
very
as you want.
generous.
And when
generous
you
with
tell them
rice.
stop, they're like, "Really? Like, that's all you're gonna have?" So
I love the Chinese, for the fact that they're portion controlling
Yeah,
their
exactly.
rice. I love the Indians for being so gracious and
So
all this.
generous.
Yes. I love them. I mean that's why we have to take all these nuances of all these different cultures, different races and all that, and then do it to something that will help us along our health and fitness motives. So okay, let's take an example for the Chinese. Yeah, okay, they do their portion controls like that. Okay, so maybe if you go to an Indian house or something, they want to feed you with the rice or something like that, and then perhaps you can say, I mean, again, we train our usus, our digestive
intestines.
system, our digestive system. I mean, it's like if you notice, it's like a balloon. You put so much water in it, or you put so much air, it goes as big as you want it to go. But after a while, it flatten, right? But then it can go as big, as huge as you want. Okay, our digestive system is like that. You train it. So if you want to lose that fat, you have to train it to eat the proper thing, right? Okay, number one, let's go into the food pyramid. Yeah, or maybe I'll give everyone kind of tips on how to eat. Actually, basically. Okay. Let's look at the food plate. All right, we divide it. Let's look at our round plate. Okay, divide it into 4 quadrants. Okay, the first quadrant being your, say your carbohydrates. We need that. We need that for energy. So never miss your rice, people. Okay, all right. The English, the Westerners. Okay, I'm encouraging them to eat rice as well. Yeah, or your bread maybe. Okay, or your pasta. Yeah. Okay, and then after that, that's for energy. So there's nothing wrong with that.
But they always, I mean, in the Atkins diet, carbohydrate is seen as the evil one,
Okay,
They always, it encourages you to eat more protein than
Right.
carbohydrate. In fact, some
Right.
people totally skips carbohydrate at all.
All right. Now that's the mistake. That's the mistake. Okay. We need everything from the pyramid. We need our carbo. Okay. Our carbohydrates is actually for energy. Our proteins is actually to build and repair our muscles. As we worked out. Or even if you don't work out, as you go through your daily lives. We have destroyed cells in our body, so we need that to recover. Yeah. It's for cell building and all those kind of things. Okay. That's your protein, which is your chicken, your beef, yeah, and then your mutton and all that, yeah. And then after that, we also need our vegetables and all that, your vitamin C's and everything. So yeah, we know that. I mean, vegetables has nothing wrong with it. Like since time eternity, vegetables. We are made to eat vegetables. Now, okay, so how? Okay, Atkins diet, you were saying, okay, protein only. Okay, Atkins actually advocated that people must eat protein, and then after that, and protein. Let's talk about protein. When we talk about protein, they are actually encouraging you to eat what? Steaks. Yeah. Okay. When we're talking about steaks, you need to have lean proteins. Lean proteins, right? That means really, steaks that are trim of all the fats, which is not really very possible. So basically, also, I think Atkins diet also encourage a little bit of the fats as well, but all excess of this would actually, damage your body. Okay, your body is actually very simple. It wants every single thing. So you got it. The tagline for it is actually portioning. Be kind to your body. We always say be kind to animals, be kind to your body, love your body, feed it the things it needs, So what you need to do is, okay, again, Atkins diets, okay, for people who eat only proteins, fats, okay, proteins, okay, we talk about our steaks, okay, we have, saturated fats in there as well, So basically we are consuming saturated fats, and then proteins as well. And then that way, okay, it will make you very tired, number one, because you don't have your carbohydrates, you don't have your energy. All right, so that's quite damaging, actually.
Yeah. I think, you're right about it. But we will continue again, and we'll talk more about all the other different no diet.
Yeah,
yo-yo diet.
We'll just take a short break now.
Yeah.
Voice of sharing. Durian ASEAN.
Hey, welcome back again. This is Arlene.
And this is Gowri, and we're still with Didi on our ABC dialogue today.
So Didi explained about the danger of protein-only diet, which was once popular, the Atkins diet. But nowadays, people are turning vegetarian. Which is interesting. I mean, of course, we have our intern here.
Yeah,
who is a vegetarian.
I hope he's listening.
and I do have a dear friend of mine. He's also a vegetarian.
Right.
And he turned vegetarian for two reasons. One is ethical, because the killing of animal to him is unethical, and also secondly because it's a way to lose weight. It's this natural way of losing weight. But being a sports science and a fitness buff person you are, and also someone who knows more about nutrition than us, what do you think of turning vegetarian would be?
Okay. Well, I mean, if your religion needs you to be vegetarian, yes, please go ahead. But if you have a choice of choosing between being vegetarian or not, I would actually advise to just, choose the other way. Because honestly speaking, all right, when you get complete proteins, you get those complete proteins from animal proteins. What you need to do is actually be very wise in choosing the proteins. Like, just in case, okay, if I'm a vegetarian, that means basically, okay, say for whether for ethical reasons or whether for religious reasons, say I'm a vegetarian. So in order for me to get the complete proteins, right, so you need to eat much the different varieties of lentils, legumes, your beans and all that to get the complete protein. Whereas in animal proteins, you can just eat like maybe a meat, okay, and then you just get a complete protein in there, So basically, again, you need to eat more, of something that you really, really need, So basically, I think what you need to do, okay, for people who wants to lose weight and all that, okay, if your religion doesn't need you to be like a vegetarian or your beliefs doesn't require you to be a vegetarian, I would tell them that, choose your foods wisely. There's there's nothing wrong with choosing foods from the complete food group, right? Your carbohydrates. I know, Gowri, you wanted to say something about rice just now.
I actually wanted to say that I really hate rice because I've had it my whole life and I always want to replace it with something, but I guess I don't really know how to go about doing it. But if I could substitute rice with something else, I definitely would.
Oh yeah, you can. I mean, you can actually substitute your rice or maybe add on to your rice or something, right? Maybe you eat half of a rice or maybe substitute it with things like pasta. You have your whole meal. Okay, why do you guys notice that I always mention whole meal and whole grain? Those are actually the shortcuts to actually losing weight. I mean, when I was obese the other time, okay, I substituted most of my food to whole meal and whole grain. Anything that refined, okay, anything that's with the word refined, okay,
it's haram to use.
No, I actually try to be careful with that, So I actually, choose, whole meal and whole grain, because whole meal and whole grain are like even in rice, you have your, whole rice, right, or brown rice and all that. It gives you fiber. It makes you full faster and not hungry faster.
Okay.
So that way you can, for those, who's trying to lose weight and all that, that's one of the best ways, to do it. Okay. And then another thing is maybe you can substitute it with potatoes, and then after you can substitute, potatoes are one of the best sources of potassium. Potassium is good for you if you're exercising, perhaps, if you're exercising, sometimes we have cramps, right? In the middle of the night, waking us up, they call it the simple biawak, and I always ask people, in a joking manner, I say, why do you keep biawak at your home at night, So, okay, eat your potassium, by having your bananas, okay, and those are also rich sources of carbohydrates as well, and then again, you can substitute it with your noodles, you have your mihun and everything, right? And then sometimes even whole grain noodles and all that, so those are your substitutes. So there's nothing wrong with carbohydrates. Give yourself that energy that you need, and then again, the Malaysian government, are doing doing so much to educate its masses on, the healthy lifestyle, the diet, of course, in life, we want everything to be, built for us. The built environment, remember just now? Okay, built for us. Everything is convenient and all that. But yet again, why don't we think the other way, Think of exercise as a kind of, as a kind of a treat rather than as a chore. We always think of exercise as like, kena
That's
paksa.
right. You have to take some time off your schedule. You have to
yes.
make the effort to actually go
Yes.
out, put on your sports attire.
Oh yeah, what I always tell people is that I'm training people. I'm teaching classes. I'm actually teaching all sorts of classes from my step band aerobics to body sculpting to dance Latino, samba dances and all those kind of things. I'm doing everything. I'm teaching yoga. I'm teaching Pilates. I've recently just been appointed the yoga reviewer for Indonesia. So that's really exciting at the same time, So basically, in order for you to do all those, and again, the communities, most recently, I think, just want to highlight this, the Community Sihat Perkasa Negara, the COSPEN, which is, literally translated as empowering communities, strengthening the nation. I mean, that's, recently launched in Malaysia. It's recently launched a Blue Ocean strategy between the Ministry of Health Malaysia and the Ministry of Rural and Regional Development. So basically it is, a community initiative, to empower the community and individuals to take control of their life. Now it is like we're leaving all the control to every other things outside our bodies. Now, maybe, as a motivational way, we wake up in the morning and say, hey, look, this is me. This is my body. It is me. It is a choice I make. How do I love my body? We always love people next to us, our loved ones and all that. We don't take time, to love ourselves, First of all, you need to love ourselves. And then by being a role model, to our families at the same time by doing that, So again, community initiatives are many, okay? Look at what's on the website, what's out there. There are runs, there are obstacle runs, there are, Reebok One Challenge happening in September 14, there are many initiatives. You can go check it out, Reebok, Facebook, or, and then again on television or something like that, or even on YouTube, right? You want to do exercises and all these kind of things, you can just, turn on the YouTube, watch what's on Durian ASEAN, the ABC program, okay? And then after, listen to them talking about life, about health, isn't health about life? Isn't life about health? Isn't life about everything that's, that's involving all our whole senses, our physical senses, our emotional, our social, our psychological? That's your health. If you're not healthy, then where do you go?
So talking about healthy,
Right.
what is the ideal weight or BMI for
Yeah,
a person?
she's been wanting to ask you that since yesterday, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because measuring BMI is quite complicated to all of
Okay.
us. But what is
Alright.
the
Yeah,
ideal
maybe you can
BMI?
explain
Okay.
the whole concept of BMI.
Right on. Okay. Very easy. I'm just going to make it as easy as I can. Okay. First, take your height in meters. So, assuming, let's take,
Gowri.
Gowri, I know.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
sure.
that. Yeah, sure. Okay, Gowri, what's your height?
Yeah, let's just reveal my weight and height on radio. And
Okay, Gowri, let's take your height. What's your height?
1.6.
Okay, 1.6. So she's very tall. Okay, times 1.6. Okay.
Okay.
So the answer there is 2.56. Okay, remember that. Okay. All right. Should we ask you what's your weight?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. All right. Do you want to reveal that nationally?
I'm fine.
Okay,
I'm
alright.
50 kilos actually.
Okay.
Exactly.
So you take 50 kilos. Okay, divided by 2.56. All right. And then you're about 19.53.
Okay.
All right. And that, in BMI, you have to be about 18.5, to about 22.9. Yeah. But actually about 22.9 is actually the Asian BMI. But again, you can bring it up to about 24, 25. Yeah. Let's take it that way. Okay. Anything above 25 is actually you're overweight. Anything about 30, BMI is about you're obese and all that. So let's look at you, Gowri. So yeah, you're in the clean bill of good BMI.
Yay.
Ideal BMI. Yay. So basically, again, 18.5, they say nothing below. Now, why not nothing below? Okay, people will say, oh yeah, I'm lesser than 18.5, so yay. No, that's not healthy because when you're below 18.5 BMI, okay, you are going to increase your risk of getting osteoporosis.
Okay.
Amenorrhea is like, the stoppage of your menstrual cycles and all that. Okay,
Okay.
because the body couldn't take it, So you have to be within your ideal BMI in order to stay healthy.
Or no, you'll get a lot of diseases and you don't want...
Yeah, you run the risk of, increasing your risk of getting heart diseases, strokes, and high cholesterol and all those kind of things. Yeah.
Actually, going back to your earlier point, I don't know if
Right.
this is going to be too much information or what, but when you're too skinny, does that increase your chances of getting like menstrual cramps?
Oh, definitely. I mean, definitely. Again, one of the things is that the body couldn't take it.
Okay.
So it stops, it starts giving you a lot of side problems like menstrual cramps, even stopping your menses.
Oh, okay.
Because, the body just couldn't take it. It's just too low a BMI, it's just too low body weight, and your immunity goes down. You get sick all the time, So the best thing, what do you need to do? Okay, you need to keep at a good BMI level, which is about 18.5 to about 22.9 for Asians. Okay, right? So, if you're below that, make sure that you eat well. All right? If you're above that, eat well. I think eat well means eat healthily. Follow the pyramid. Eat your carbs, eat your proteins, I'm sounding like a mummy, isn't it? Yeah, eat your proteins, eat your vegetables, like that. Yeah.
And
Eat your
then
fruits
my mom would
vegetables.
add, the people in Somalia or China, they are
Right.
starving. Although now no more, but...
Yeah. Okay, talking about the people in Somalia and starving and all that. Okay, do you know, have you guys had breakfast yet?
We
yeah,
had coffee.
Okay, all right. Okay, maybe after
That's
this, I'll
all
treat
we
you guys
have every
breakfast.
morning, actually.
No. The breakfast program, right? Breakfast program must have good breakfast, okay?
Yeah, we have to lead
Okay.
by example here.
All right, there you go. I'm calling for sponsors here. No, I'm just joking. Okay, again, we need to have our breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, how many times do we eat? You want to lose weight? Okay, eat. Don't not eat. Okay, I know everybody out there loves me already.
Yeah.
I say, yeah, eat. Yeah. Okay, as a nutritionist, okay, I will advocate people to eat. Eat 3 to 5 meals a day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. If you can, if your stomach can hold it, okay, you can have your 2 snacks in a day. So you must have 5, okay, of small meals at regular intervals, so that your blood, sugar level doesn't drop. So when your blood sugar level doesn't drop, you stay alert and you're not sluggish. Okay. Now, for people who doesn't eat breakfast in the morning, they run the risk of not being able to lose their fat weight easily.
Okay.
Okay. So if you don't eat well, you get fat. Believe it? Yeah. Okay. So if you don't eat enough, you get fat. Why is that? Okay. If you yo-yo diet, okay, if you go on a very low, less than 1,200 calories diet a day, all right, you run the risk of being fat.
Okay.
Okay, so you can't lose that fat weight easily. I mean, that's amazing, isn't it? So talking about that Somalia children and all that, right? Okay, you look at them, they are really, really skinny, except with skin and bones, and then maybe a huge fat belly. You notice that?
Yeah.
Because they're really malnutrition, right? That's what happens to our body. If you get into a low-calorie diet, less than 1,200 calories per day, okay, especially for women or for men or whatever, okay, men, of course, would need slightly more, right? Okay, anything lower than that, not people like me. The other time, I was doing this orange juice a day diet. It was that's horrible, right? Okay, and then there are some out there who thinks that, okay, I'm going to be smart. Since Didi says 1,200, I'm going to have 500 calories only, 1 meal a day. Okay, what happens to your body is that it slows down the metabolism rate. So actually, your body, you see, if you don't eat, okay, say you wake up in the morning and then you don't eat your breakfast, your body's going to say, oh no, I'm in Somalia. So I'm going to burn my metabolism rate really slowly.
Right, to store the fats, is it?
Because I don't want the owner of this body to die, And then the next moment, okay, let's say you're on a diet, you have a 1 meal a day diet. And then at the end of this week is your birthday. And then, of course, you say,
binge.
okay, yeah, not really binge. Let's say you say, okay, I'm going to give myself a treat by giving myself just 1 piece of cake out of that 1, meal a day thing, right? And what happens to your body is that it starts, all right, collecting all these things and not wanting to burn. It stores and stores and stores,
It goes into a different mode.
Yeah, so it goes into that slow burning metabolism mode. So that's not good. So what you want to do is increase the metabolism rate by exercising. Exercise, you can actually increase the metabolism rate. I mean, even when you're doing body sculpting with doing dumbbells and all that, even 24 hours after you stop exercising, your body is still burning the calories because, you know, your muscles, in order to stay there, it has to, you know, it needs a lot of calories to actually burn the fats. You know what I mean? So basically, muscles, okay, needs calories to be there. Okay, so basically it helps you to burn, rather than fats. Fats you store sideways. You go sideways.
Yeah, I have a question for pregnant ladies and also, you know, married women. Although we are single, not married, but I always read, you know, a lot of magazine.
Right.
You know, like people complaining, oh, you know, these are celebrities. They have fitness trainers. They after
Right.
they get married and have babies, they can, you know, drop the size to their original weight easily. But to those kind of busy moms and busy women out there, how they can lose weight while still, you know, have a family and have
Alright.
children, sorry.
All right. Okay, actually, you don't, I mean, think about it. Make healthy lifestyle a habit. I mean, even at work, all right? You do, like while answering the phones, example. You know, you can do the tiptoes. Right, if you do the tiptoes up and down, right, with the calves, you build a nice calves. You still also working the muscles there, and then again, if you are actually sitting down on your chairs, you can still do your ab crunches. You bring up both knees up towards your waist, you know, and you do that, and it becomes a form of exercise as well, you know. And you know, if you incorporate this, so basically your daily lifestyle is going to be much healthier, right? So if it's all an addition of the calories you burn per day, basically. So if you become more active, even like while listening to the phone or while you know, talking on the radio, like now, you know, we can actually do our you know,
Stretch
tricep, our tricep crunches, tricep extensions or something like that.
Yeah.
Just hold you know, like your phone behind. Come on, everybody, let's do this.
Let's
Yeah.
exercise in the studio.
And then we do our stretches and all that, right? And then
I wish people could see us right now.
right? You know, so the thing is that, you know, all this are an accumulation of your calories, basically, you know. So make your lifestyle an active one. So like for pregnant ladies, okay, it is good to actually stay active because it will help you in your delivery, right? And then for married women or for upcoming married women, all right, I know, you know, the thing is that we should be thinking of ourselves as becoming a bride any day.
Okay.
You know, yeah, you know. So bride always wants to look best on their wedding day, right? Okay, so if all of us think like that, even though whether we are married or not, all right, or whether, you know, or whatever age we are, even in your 50s or 60s, or even as you know, say in your teens or something like that, you know, you work towards that ideal, you know, wow, wedding day kind of look and all that. You know, be the best. You know, so if you have this, you know, idea in your mind, work towards it. You know. I always say, you know, a lot of people, you know, sometimes they say, okay, they wake up in the morning and say, okay, I'm going to have a good day today. I'm going to look after my calories. I'm going to look after, you know, the type of food I eat. And then the next moment, their friends offer them, hey, come eat the cakes. It's my birthday. And then they say, okay, never mind. Oh, I eat this cake. It's a little bit sinful, right? And then I say, okay, I'll start my diet the next day. You know, don't destroy yourself. You know, just say, okay, so what? I take one piece of cake, but so what? Let's move on. Dust off and move on. You know, and then pick it up again. You know, and then let's say you forget to do your exercise, and they say it's okay. You know, you don't have. I mean, it's like you have your car. Say one tire is punctured. Do you actually, you know, puncture the other 3 tires? You don't, right? So you actually, you know, fix that one and just move on. You know, that's what you need to do. So basically, wherever you are at this point of time, whether you're healthy, whether you want to be healthy, whether you're a little bit, you know, lesser of health at the moment, pick it up wherever you are and make it a new day. You know, it is you. It is all about you. You know, so if you don't treat yourself special, you know, and other people won't, you know. So again, there are many negativities out there. You know, it is your choice to pick the positive ones. You know, surround yourself positive people. If you want to be, you know, smart. You want to surround yourself with smart people, right? Okay. If you want to be, again, like some people say, okay, I want to be smart, but does it mean that I'm going to lose my friends? No. Read your books. You know. perhaps something like
Okay.
that. Get education, be aware. One of the things that I think the Malaysian government is doing, and I think we at the University of Malaya is doing with researchers and all that, is actually we're trying to find new research. We are of course the top university in Malaysia, yeah. So the thing is that we are trying to educate. That's the hub of education is there. Right? So not only that, we have, great athletes there. We have Pandalela Renong there, right? Yeah, that's our greatest, one of our greatest Olympians, right? She just won second placing, right? Just the last couple of days.
Yeah.
So the thing is, be the best that you can be, learn all you can. I think you stop, you are dead once you stop learning.
So it's more than just about fitness and health. It's about
Education.
education,
Awareness.
awareness,
You know?
and also constantly, lead that ideal life that we want to achieve. Too.
Yeah. The thing is that you can achieve that ideal life. When do you want to start? Everyone wants to start, never mind tomorrow. But again, when tomorrow comes, it's never tomorrow.
It's another tomorrow.
Yeah, it's another tomorrow.
So I think my last question for you is, how do I get my six pack?
Not by having the pack. Not by having the beer pack, of course. Right? Okay. I think. Okay. Lots of people ask me, Didi, I've been doing crunches. Every day without fail. I don't see that six packs happening. Okay, I say it's there. It's right behind that fat.
It's hidden.
It's right behind that fat. You see, what happens to muscle is that when you're working out, let's say we're doing our crunches, all right? We're doing our sit-ups and all that. You're actually working the rectus abdominis, which is your, your obliques. Even, when you do a twisting movements, that's your waist. Okay, that's your obliques. Okay, and then rectus abdominis is your washboard. Yeah. Okay, it's there. It's just that it's being hidden by that layers of fats. So exercise is that you must do all the 4 types of exercise. You must do cardio, which means that cardio means your runs or your swimming or your cycling. Those are using the bigger limb movements and all that other continuous pace and all that. And even right now they have the interval trainings. In my fitness DVD. Okay, I'm coming up with the third one soon. But in my second fitness DVD, it's called Move Like Didi. Okay, I actually you have to move like Didi. Yeah. So basically, I think high intensity interval trainings also helps. You can actually do, like maybe jogging on the spot for about a minute, and then after that you walk, and then after jogging on the spot for about 3 minutes or something like that, and then you walk, something like that. So it helps in your recovery process, and it helps, to shock your body above that plateau. Sometimes most of us, when we exercise and we hit that plateau and not go down on your weight ever, and then people might think, hey, why am I doing wrong and all that?
Yeah.
It's because your body memorizes what you're doing, So, okay, the cardio you must do. That one is also for your stamina. So you work your heart, right? Okay, and then the next one is your resistance. You can do your stretch band, or you can do your body weight, your push-ups, And then after that, your crunches, your dumbbells, okay? That one, you carry weight to lose weight. And then you must do your Pilates. That's your core strengthening.
Oh,
all right?
okay.
Okay. And then you can also do your yoga. And then your stretches. Those are the relaxation. You have to do it, your breathing. All right? And then after, you can do your dance, your samba, your zumba. All these things, It's so fun. So actually, exercise is fun.
Oh, that's great. Anyway, we are at we are at the last part of our segment today, and that's all of the time that we have. Anyway, it's very...
that was a great chat we had with you.
It's very interesting.
You guys are great.
You are motivating me to exercise.
We're going to be exercising more in the
After
office.
this, yes?
Yeah.
After this.
After this.
Okay, thank you so much, Didi, for joining us this morning.
Right. Thank you, guys. Thank you so very
Thank
much.
you.
Have a good day. Have a positive day.